Now this might remind someone of their childhood. A vast amount of tadpoles doing what tadpoles do. Hanging out, swimming. They're like little fat, well-fed sperm. It's been such an incredible day here at the Botanic Gardens. Just the incredible amount of teeming life that you get in a small area in the Cambridge city centre, and it's so much more beautiful than a city can ever be. And I don't care what architecture or how classical a Greek building is, it's just nothing compares to nature and the incredible teeming and diverse wildlife that you get. It's such a gateway to the divine to see nature and life spawning and growing, especially in springtime. It's really inspiring. Concerning the royal wedding between William and his girlfriend Kate, I just can't call him Prince William. It's an insult to him as a human being, and it's an insult to anyone who hears the word prince as if he's part of some royal family which is better than other people, as if he's blue-blooded, as if his daddy, his granny has the divine right of kings. What I think is funniest, though, about Prince William and Prince Harry, oops, there I called them princes, is the fact that they go to these posh parties in London, in Mayfair, in Belgravia, in Kensington, King's Road, and they're partying at these parties, and people whip out the high-grade cocaine, probably in large quantities, because that's how rich people like to party. And poor William and Harry, they need to see their friends roll up an English banknote with their granny's face on it. They get to see their granny rolled up, and then people sniff Colombian marching powder in their face. But anyway, I'm digressing. What the hell am I talking about? This isn't about cocaine and grannies, this is about the royal wedding. Because the police and the Royal Protection Squad goons have been doing a lot of surveillance of people, and they obviously want to make sure that the royal wedding goes off without any disruption. We need to be very clever about this, and it's not hard. Just don't communicate by email or by your telephone what you're going to do that day. And also know the Love Police will be there, of course, and there will be hidden people amongst the crowd. They may even be waving a little Union Jack as a patriotic little bitch, you know, just to fit in. And then all of a sudden, just when things look their most patriotic, their most sheep-like zombie bowing down, exposing your ass in the air for the prince and the new queen, suddenly a megaphone gets pulled out of the bag, full volume, high-capacity batteries, and the truth will be spouted at high volume, and all the cameras in the world listening in will hear people, I'm not going to name any names, will hear people speaking their mind. There are ways to hack these big events, and it doesn't involve baseball bats, it doesn't involve guns, it just involves yourself. And, you know, the way I see we can defeat the surveillance state and any police monitoring is to all act as lone wolves. Kind of like Batman. You don't need Robin. Every single one of us is a potential Batman against evil and stupidity and hierarchy and slavery, and especially against a royal family. I've kind of lost faith in the masses being able to wake up to this, because I think they are too polluted in the mind. And yeah, of course, there's a few exceptions that prove the rule. There are people like probably yourself or myself who figure it out and step out of the brainwashing cult. But the vast masses, they will support the royal family to the end, to the death. I mean, they do. They put on a nice uniform and go and kill Arabs, and after swearing allegiance to the Queen. And so, yeah, as it says in many old texts, there's a hard word to pronounce. As it says in many of them, it's a spiritual war, it's a consciousness war, it's a psychological war. And In this case, the megaphone is mightier than the sword and mightier than the pen. Because that's the wonderful thing about sound waves. They don't really, get stopped by anything other than a pure physical barrier. So, for the 29th of April, turn up in central London, have a look on the internet in your own time about the royal wedding procession route, where they're getting married, where their cars are going past, where the shops are going to be that you could have a look at on the route. And I'll be there, but I might have to hide my identity for the day beforehand and arrive in London anonymously, because I don't want to be held captive by any police force which has been given extra powers by a conservative scumbag government to hold known activists or hooligans before the event. So I'll see you there, and we'll hack the event. I have, as human beings, if they are human, the royal family, as human beings, I mean, they're just as scummy as anyone else. They still fart when their gut's full of gas. They still take a shit when the food's been turned into feces. They still vomit if they drink too much. Prince William might suffer from erectile dysfunction, because also all the inbreeding in his family. He might, suffer from maybe missing a kidney, or maybe small testicles, or a small penis. I mean, these problems happen to anyone, whether you're royal or not. But what I can't take Willie and Katie and your family, I just can't take you guys even existing as a royal family. That is a great insult. And mostly to yourselves. I mean, look at you guys parading around in your fancy dress and opening shopping malls and visiting countries and shaking hands with other elitist bastards. Well, one thing I can do is thank you, royal family and government and big corporations, because if we are playing a revolutionary game, if we are the modern day resistance, our predecessors blew up trains and rescued people from concentration camps. But now the concentration camp is the mental concentration camp. The way I see it is that, loud plane flying overhead, but the way I see it is we all live in a cage, and the bars are the people around you. It's a cage of ignorance and stupidity, and the people truly make up the bars of this cage by their not thinking, by their inability to comprehend what's going on. So, we're carrying the flag for freedom, for independent thinking, for no gods, no masters, no kings, no queens. And whether it kills us or not, you're only ever truly alive once you act free.